Hey YouTube, this is MastersofYugioh, and this is our second deck profile of the day, and this one will be on Evols, as you probably see by the video. Alright, so we took this regionals today, and I had a very disappointing beginning. It went X2, and then I won 3 games in a row, and then lost my 6th round. So I decided to drop after that, but it was doing pretty good. There were some things that I still need to change a little bit, and I needed to change things like monster count, spell count, traps count, just so that they agreed with each other in a way that I could more have consistent hands. Because even by having, or not all monsters function the same way, so you need to be able to balance it out in case you get one of those hands, such as an MastersofYugioh and a Serato with Volcano, and then like 2 MSTs and enemy controller. Those are one of the hands that won't work too well, but hands like that. So you want I incorporated a little bit more, higher of a trap count, so that for hands like that you can stand a chance against your opponent. But I'll show you what it is now, and what I'm thinking about adding in possibly, as well as the side deck, which I still do have to make up a little bit. I did take a very rough draft of my side deck to regionals today. Only 5 cards or so were sided in, so I definitely have to change that. But okay, so for further ado, I'll start the video. Alright. Where should I put the cards?
Right there.
Okay, so I ran 3 Serato. Some people by looking at most of the Evols deck profiles on YouTube, well, at least for this year, I've noticed that people are trying to cut down to 2. I think that the archetype of Evols only has this is the only high attack monster or beater that it really has. Otherwise, there's Darwino, which is a level 5, which makes the deck extremely slow if you choose to run him. Just me have a cold. But I definitely think that I need this guy. I didn't use the search effect actually as much as in the regionals today as I do in locals, but it's still. It gets over Thunder King very well. It's actually awesome when you do, but anyways, I shouldn't explain something this simple for that long. So 3 Weslow, yeah, I can't really say anything about that. If you don't have 3, then please stop running your deck.
Or just buy a 3rd.
Yeah.
Or a 4th. I mean, or a
4th.
Or a 2nd and a 3rd.
And so, 2 MastersofYugioh.
How come people are running 3?
People decided to start running 3 because people became obsessed with enemy controllers and Evols Force and stuff. And cards like that, and they thought, and I know some people think that the deck needs to be able to keep up with the meta, and so you need to add more MastersofYugiohs, but it's totally the opposite. You should keep it down at 2. It's only really good with Evols Force, and Evols Force isn't just with this guy, it's also with Weslow. Anyways, so 2 Elias. I decided to run 2 of these for plays that consisted of a Lagia, and a Solda, or just Solda, or when I just have MastersofYugioh and I need to get rid of it, and I want to make an Xyz in the same turn.
Oh, yeah.
I tribute summon Elias, and then special summon Elias, and then if I have a level 4 in my graveyard that I want, or in my hand that I want a special summon, such as, well, nothing really. If you want to just summon a monster for giggles, then you can, with his effect, in that scenario, or if you have 2 level 4 dinos in your hand, and in your hand, and you, Evols Force into 2 Elias, you can make a Solda and a Lagia in 1 turn. Anyways, so, okay. So, 2 Diplo for double dips and for Dispel and Trap for Distraction.
Obvious.
2, not 1, or some people just decided to run 0. No, this was a MVP today. Volcano, he was good.
Especially against the derpy windups.
He was... Volcano was really good when he did not decide to crawl into my hand during my starting hand. When you do, then you're forced to normal summon him in Xyz if you can, or do something else with them.
So drawing them is almost as bad as for me drawing Cabazol.
So some people decide to run 2, and I think that's what makes Evols function more slowly. I'm trying to make a much more rounded, more competitive version of Evols, not one for fun, or ones that you can make more Lagias and Dolkas. Yeah, because Lagias and Dolkas do not mean game. You also need things like spells and traps to back it up, or just more Lagias and Dolkas. Anyways, so. Spell cards. 3
monsters is that?
13. This, I run less monsters than some Infernity decks do. I run 13 monsters.
There was a lot of Infernities there today. There was like 3 of them.
Anyway, so I run I run more spell cards and almost more trap cards than I do monsters. I don't like when people add in more Guaibas or Darwinos or more Elias.
Oh, come on, you've been running
the
Guaibas
bad
forever.
monsters, so, yeah, I just run 13. Anyways, 3 Evols, 3 of the Rhodas of the deck.
I think you should run 2.
It was never a dead draw today, and I love it. And then 2 dualities.
One of the guys that was running Evols said they drew 3 of those and 3 Evols in his opening hand, and he said he lost.
Yeah,
I said you get lag at first turn, second turn, and third turn.
or if you have 2 level 4s in your hand, you can get sold at end of the lock, yeah. But he was too bad to run Elias. Anyways, 2 dualities and 2 econs.
How do you feel about macro
I don't
in your
have.
main deck?
I don't have it. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll talk about that later. I have 2 econs. I don't have enough money to get lances right now, and so
well,
I
you
decided
just
to run
don't feel
these.
like buying.
Yes. Okay. Fine. And so I wanted something that could Guaiba could initially run over, and I don't run Guaiba, but I used to. And so but this actually works very well with the Joshua, and I've done it a few times to interrupt my opponent's plays. Because believe it or not, in the meta, if you want to take control of one of your opponent's cards during their play, it gets them very mad. It's like taking, it's just like if your opponent ran out of materials on their Logia and then they summon Levier and try to get Rabbit back. When you just take, or when you take Levier, or when you take their Levier before they have the chance to do it, or things like that. It's when you interrupt your opponent's plays, and then maybe even Joshua effect, get a Volcano, level 4, makes it excuse shenanigans. Anyways. Enough for that, but I thought that it made a lot of plays, and it's another chainable card, so more back row makes me more happy. And then the 5 staples. Alright, now, okay.
Oh, one thing, congratulations to Burrito if you ever watched this. Good job topping.
Okay, so my trap lineup, I've expanded a lot
Even
more,
though we hate each other.
and I've made it much better, so that I draw hopefully more than 2 trap cards in starting hand, because my decks often can't explode on the first turn unless I open the Joshua and Evoforce. Instead, it's often that I explode or make any Xyz or any play on the second turn. So I decided to add in more trap cards to make sure that I get to that second turn without my opponent smacking me in the face.
I zoomed into the MST.
So, 1 Judgment, the Solemn Brigade. Alright, there you go. For those people who run skill drain decks, I do not recommend, or actually, I was a Blackwing deck who decided to side in 3 skill drains against me. And so he played
the Blackwing guy.
2 warnings and then a judgment, got himself down to 2,000. He used skill drains to kill skill drain, and it turned out that I started doing a play, then I got torrentialed halfway through it, so I just summoned Diplo and attacked directly for the 1,000 that he had left. Anyway, so that was pretty funny. So yes, the cost is, or you do want to be a little bit more conservative about your life points. Okay, going. Starlight Road. And okay, here's the 2 ups.
Okay, wait. Starlight Road you have to talk about. How come you wanted to play Starlight Road?
Because I run 12s. Okay, my belief is that once you have 9 trap cards, you need a 10th trap card, which must be Starlight Road.
Okay. I used to hate Starlight Road, and now I love it.
Yeah.
I think it just helps your trap lineup, cause
yeah, it does.
or your monsters even.
Or yes, exactly. Okay.
Or your buffs.
Oh, it's very effective when you stop a torrential.
What if you're bluffing your reborn? What if you're bluffing your reborn in your Oracle and you have?
I always set my reborns. I always do, because I only draw like 1 trap card before. Anyways, 2 bottomless. I use this mostly against Rabbit. Not much windups.
Ooh, Rabbit was fun to use it against.
And what else did I play today? I don't think anything else. Anyways, Blackwing's a little bit. Bottomless.
Oh,
is just a
spellbooks
generic
were there
trap.
too. There's like 4 spellbook players. I was like, I have no replay things to play against you guys, but I'm gonna beat you anyways, and I did.
This card here is a card that we used to be playing in the days of both windups and Inzectors, or Inzector windups, and so I decided that I want to get rid of this for 2 torrentials, and why is because whenever I do die, like, I often have a hard time dying over the course of 3 or 4 turns. I die in a single turn because my deck is not functioning, and it's often because I'm not able to make a comeback. Phoenix Chain is not going to help me get a comeback, but since it's a little bit, one of the more situational trap cards in the deck, I thought I'd get rid of it for something like more like Torrential, but I don't have money for Torrential.
You do.
I don't know where any of mine are, so I still have to go get some. Anyway, so then 2 Compulse, Chainable whenever you feel like it, just great, and 2D Prison for those problems. So I just
Okay, that seems like a solid main deck for your deck.
Yeah, and so I run 2 deep prison, or sorry, I run 12 trap cards.
Wait, did you run 3 deep prison in the tournament?
No, I didn't have deep prison. Right, I bought it halfway through.
Is it in there still?
Yeah, it is now. Wait,
well, what did you run in the tournament over it?
A Spirit Reaper and a Pot of Avarice.
All right, so he ran over the deep prisons. He ran Pot of Avarice and Spirit Reaper in the tournament. So
yeah, so Spirit Reaper, I found that just being like some random monster, like out of all these, like they're all fire dinosaurs. Why the heck am I running a Spirit Reaper? So it did turn out that way when I was playing it. It didn't really help me much. So anyways, I'll go through the extract very quickly because there's not much to explain about it. 3 Logios. I just need 1 more ulti for it to be a complete set. One's a little bit janked up. I adopted it, and so. Anyways, I like 3 Logios because sometimes you come across matchups that do not want to use Dolka. As a matter of fact, through the 7 rounds I had today, I never summoned Dolka once because I'm stupid.
Hey.
1 Solda. Because of Elias, you can also use Photon Strike Bouncer.
Solda is actually the new cover girl.
He's a $5 ulti if you think, oh, another expensive ulti. No, he's $5 per set.
$5.
And,
not even $5. He's like 2 cents on Troll Toad.
He helped against Infinities.
He killed windups.
Anyway, yeah, he was pretty good against windups. Anyway, so he was a good overall card.
Sorry for the camera shaking.
Oh, another MVP, as Owen said in his video.
I love Shockmaster.
Shockmaster's awesome. The only thing is that I instead of choosing about or using its effect on what your opponent's more likely to have, I use it on what my back row or what I cannot counter. So if I have a warning face down, I'm not going to call monster, because any monster my opponent has will just be warninged if I have to.
What if you're against Normal Atlantean?
If my opponent doesn't have any back rows, I'll often say spell cards and attack directly, because I can warning their cores if they have one. But if they have trap cards face down and about to make a big, or I'm about to continue with my turn, Shockmaster effect called traps. Anyway, so that's what I love about him. He's like a continuous Logia or Dolka throughout the turn, or whatever you want. So 1 Zen Meister for those plays that you can flip Wessel face down if your opponent failed to destroy it during their turn and then go off crazy and make tons of plays and attack for a game. Maestroke, right.
How do you feel about this card?
I never played him during the regionals except for play on the DN and in normal tournaments from before. I do know that this card is a problem solver for a lot of for monsters that you can't get over, because your monsters aren't always big monsters like Utopia. They're smaller monsters like the Pillar Operative and Zen Mains. So that's why you need I
hated the Pillar Operative myself this tournament. How did you feel?
I hated it too. I never summoned it once.
Okay.
So same with Zen Mains, because I never, whenever I had 2 Westlers, I could always go into more with Zen Meister. And then just start us and then 2 random synchros which I never use. So, okay, now the side deck, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. So, this is what I ran. I ran 2 Macrocosmos because I thought Atlanteans were going to be good. I was wrong. I did not play any of them. 1 MST for a 3rd one against the people that love Decree. Same thing for that. If you don't know what Trap Meter does, it's awful. I didn't actually use it. Well,
Andrew,
I used it since I never summoned it. 2 Maxi and 1 Veiler. MVPs of my side deck. It's 2 Stone Eater. I was too stupid to side them, but I recommend that you put these in your side deck for this deck. It's a
Logia solver.
It's smoke and mirrors with Westlow, because if you when you're setting Westlow's turn by turn, and then you set another card, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna attack that card with Thunder King. They're just like, oh whoops. Although Westlow gets over Thunder King itself, so whatever. But no, so my Neater's good. Another MVP goes in match. Instead of activating this before your opponent's turn starts or anything like that, I find it to be like a torrential tribute against swarming decks. It's pretty awesome, like windups. And then just triple Guaiva. I never used these. I took them out for my main decks. I didn't think I could have spot in them, and I thought they were just too important to my heart, so I couldn't get rid of them for good. So I put them in there just for those smaller matchups like Inzectors and such, which I did not get any of. I probably should use this against windups, but I forgot to. Alright, so anyway, so thank you for watching. We'll make sure to make a version 2 of this weekend, and
by Monday. By Monday or Tuesday.
Please comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.